I've been missing from social media and everywhere for the last 3 days because I was held hostage by some scammers. I'm still in a little bit of a shock. I've lost money. I've lost my mental health to this.
When we hear about scams, it's easy to dismiss the victims as careless or naive. But when faced with a sophisticated con blending truth and lies, even the most vigilant can fall prey. Popular YouTuber Ankush Bahuguna recently shared his terrifying experience of being digitally arrested by scammers, a harrowing ordeal that lasted nearly 40 hours. Ankush detailed his experience in a video, warning his followers of the dangerous and convincing nature of the scam. It all started innocuously enough. After returning from the gym, Ankush received a call from an unfamiliar number beginning with the country code +1. The automated message informed him that a courier delivery had been cancelled and instructed him to press 0 for support. Without suspecting anything unusual, Ankush followed the prompt. What followed was a nightmare. He was told by the caller posing as law enforcement that illegal items had been discovered in a package linked to his name. To his shock, they claimed that there was now an arrest warrant against him.
Biggest mistake of my life. Customer support answers. I tell them कि sir मेरे को एक call आया and he tells me sir आपके पैकेज में इलीगल सामान पकड़ा गया है. आप एक पैकेज चाइना भेज रहे थे एंड कस्टम्स ने ये पैकेट पकड़ लिया है और इसमें बहुत कुछ इलीगल सामान है. लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू मेंशन ऑल ऑफ दैट. इट्स वेरी स्कैरी. आई गॉट स्कैर्ड. आई सेड सर मैंने कोई पैकेज नहीं भेजा है. दिस इज नॉट माई पैकेज. ही सेड बट सर आपका नाम आपका आधार कार्ड सब इसमें है. दिस इज अ वेरी सीरियस क्राइम एंड नाउ यू विल बी अरेस्टेड. देयर इज एन अरेस्ट वारंट ऑलरेडी इन योर नेम. आई एम जस्ट panicking and I'm telling him sir this is not my package, there is some mistake वगैरह वगैरह. He said now you have to talk to the police and you have 1 hour.
The scam escalated quickly. Ankush was manipulated into cutting off all communication with family and friends. The scammers convinced him to hide in a hotel room where he remained for nearly 40 hours, fearing imminent arrest. Throughout the ordeal, he followed the instructions of the scammers, losing money and facing severe mental stress.
And then he convinces me that I don't have enough time to go to the police station, so he will do me a favor by connecting me to the police directly. And that number says Juhu Mumbai Police. I don't know how, but this call gets transferred to a WhatsApp call, which is a video call with some officer, some police officer, and you can see the police officer. He's in police ki vardi and all that. And he's talking to me and he starts telling me that आपके नेम के अंडर मैंने अभी चेक करा बहुत सारे फ्रॉड केसेस हैं and you are involved in money laundering, drug trafficking and like a lot of serious, very very serious crimes. And he starts interrogating me and he's taking कुछ criminals के नाम and how do you know these people, you work for them, this that and मतलब मेरे तोते उड़ गए हैं. आई एम लाइक व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. ये दिस इज नॉट माई पैकेज. आई डोंट नो दीज पीपल. ही इज लाइक आपका इस बैंक में आपका अकाउंट है, ये है वो है, यहाँ से लीगल एक्टिविटीज हो रही है. आई एम लाइक सर मेरा इस बैंक में कोई अकाउंट नहीं है. यू आर अ प्राइम सस्पेक्ट एंड ऑल दैट. एंड तुम्हारा दिमाग काम करना बंद कर देता है बिकॉज दैट टाइम यू आर जस्ट लाइक भाई मैंने नहीं करा, गेट मी आउट ऑफ दिस. एंड ही इज लाइक यस आई विल गेट यू आउट ऑफ दिस, जस्ट कोऑपरेट विद मी. यू आर नाउ अंडर सेल्फ कस्टडी एंड आई हैड नो आइडिया दैट इट मेंट that for the next 40 hours, I'm not exaggerating, for the next 40 hours, I would not be able to cut that call and I would be on video call for the next 40 hours and I would not have any contact with the outside world. I was not allowed to pick calls. I was not allowed to message people or reply to their messages, let anybody in the house. I had to switch off every gadget in my house. They extracted every possible information out of me. The second biggest mistake was when they say switched off all your gadgets, etc. I literally switched off everything, my laptop, everything, and I showed it to them कि सर मैंने बंद कर दिया and all that. And then they say now you have to go and do a task for us. And they send me out of the house to a bank and they're constantly on a call with me on my earbud. By the way, this time I have not eaten anything, okay? They're sending me to a bank and you know I'm constantly on a call with them and they're like, "Arey, just Uber तुमने book करी है, screenshot भेजो." They have the number plate, etc. And they're like, "We have people following you, so you can't do anything." Then as they send me to a bank and they ask me to do some very fishy transactions, and I have no other option but to do it, okay? Then they're like, "Now you can't go home. Now you go to this hotel, book this hotel and stay that night क्योंकि तुम्हारा घर अभी safe नहीं है." And imagine hearing all of this. My life is in danger, whatever. Now you stay in the hotel, and they obviously did this because क्योंकि मेरे दोस्त आके मेरे पे check कर रहे थे. At some point they would have figured something is wrong. I almost सो पड़ा on that hotel bed. And suddenly मेरी आँख खुली और सामने कैमरा था और वहाँ पे एक मैसेज का पॉपअप आया. शिवानी का नाम दिखा मुझे. Because you know शिवानी, भावना, चिराग, my sister, all of these people were trying to contact me constantly. तो उनके messages आए जा रहे थे. Now I saw her message और उसमें लिखा था कि looks like you're under some sort of house arrest and if that's true it's a fraud. और मैंने quickly ये message पढ़ लिया and they also suspected something suspicious and they were like आप क्या पढ़ रहे हो and I said नहीं सर कुछ नहीं मेरा दिमाग चला. I was like has this been a fraud, a scam all this while?
Ankush's ordeal serves as a stark reminder of how easy it is to fall victim to cyber scams, even for tech-savvy individuals. His story underscores the importance of staying vigilant and informed. Now, how to protect yourself from scams? To avoid falling victim to similar scams, consider the following precautions. Avoid answering calls from unknown numbers, especially those with international codes you do not recognize. If the call is important, the caller will likely leave a message. If something feels off, listen to your intuition. Scammers often rely on creating a sense of urgency and fear to manipulate victims. If you receive a suspicious call, request the caller's full name, supervisor's name, and organization details. Hang up and contact the organization directly through verified channels to confirm the legitimacy of the call. If you suspect fraudulent activity, record the call and inform the caller that you are doing so. This can serve as evidence and may discourage scammers from continuing the conversation. Never disclose personal information such as bank account details or social security numbers over the phone, especially if you did not initiate the call. Ankush's experience highlights the evolving nature of cyber scams and the importance of digital literacy. Let his story serve as a reminder to stay cautious and question anything that seems out of the ordinary. For more real-life cautionary tales, follow Shosha.